Oh my goodness, we're ready for this one. 9:47 on this 11th or 10th day of November, and I got Wayne Judge in front of me, Iron Dragon Kung Fu, and this is going to be great. First of all, the elephant in the room really isn't an elephant; it's well, a dragon, and I am loving this. Talk to us about that, and first of all, welcome to the show. I think I should do that first.
Thank you.
And this is interesting. So talk to us about what you just brought for show and tell.
Well, this I don't know if the microphone's hiding it from the audience there. This is a Fushan lion. There are different types of lions.
Wow.
Ours is a southern style of kung fu, and part of our style is actually lion dance. Mm-hmm. Lion dance has historical significance to our style at a time when the government outlawed regular people from learning martial arts because they didn't want them rising up against the government.
Real? Whoa, really?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
And the Qing dynasty overthrew the Ming dynasty. And that wasn't a popular thing among the people. So they outlawed common people from learning martial arts in China. Soldiers could learn it, but they didn't want people being able to fight the soldiers. So Kung Fu schools still existed secretly, more or less, or on a lower level. One of their recruitment tools, since they weren't allowed to openly recruit, was doing a lion dance. The footwork involved were Kung Fu stances. A lot of the skills involved were Kung Fu. And people kind of knew that. And at the end of a lion dance, the lion gets what's called the green. It's like a head of lettuce. It's like a symbol of good luck. And they will pluck that from wherever it's taken. It's usually in a challenging spot for it to get to.
Because this is a pretty extensive thing. This is. Yeah, I've seen some of these on Facebook. You're on pedestals and...
Well, that's competition.
Oh, is that? Okay, see, now I'm learning today.
We'll climb benches and small obstacles and stuff. We're not getting up on poles here. Not that we couldn't.
Right.
Now, if you'd like to see a lion dance, we'll be doing them throughout Alton.
Really?
Constantly. We're going to do some events for Jacoby in the future. And then at our own school, which is located at the market at Milton, the old Milton Schoolhouse.
And that's a really great venue to have.
It's fantastic.
It's like, I love it because it's an incubator of a bunch of great businesses. It's a great community feel. How is your time? Because you have a studio in St. Charles, right, too? Or
I do, but I'm transferring everything over here.
Are you? Well, welcome into town. We're ready to have you, Wayne. This is great.
The response has been great.
Has it?
So the Milton's been super supportive. It's more of like an artistic community, and this falls definitely into that.
Perfectly into it.
It's not a sport martial art. Like, we don't do tournament point fighting stuff. It's a legitimate, real, non-watered down martial art.
This is so cool.
The lion dance, like I said, we use it as a recruitment tool.
I could see why.
Yeah, people would say, oh, those guys have skill, so then they would secretly go and join the school and stuff.
Well, I think you could see this one from space. I don't know. This is so cool. And so how does can you take us through the process of how these were traditionally made and show us some of the features? I don't want to throw you on the spot here.
It's a bamboo or rattan frame and paper mache. It's a little heavier than it looks.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
Let me see if I can get to the levers inside. Because we can
blink
the eyes.
Look at that, it's blinking. I love this.
If I can reach the ears back there, you can. The ears will waggle. The eyes will blink.
Oh my goodness.
And we'll actually be doing our next line dance is for St. Louis Community College at Wildwood.
And that's coming up when?
Monday the 14th, this coming Monday.
And talk to us about the preparation and doing some, because you can't just get into one of the, I couldn't put this on and act like I was a master here. I mean, how does that process, how long is the prep for this?
It takes a lot of training. I mean,
bet.
The students, I don't require them to learn lion dance, but it is part of the style. So usually it attracts people to it. It's difficult. It takes a lot of practice. We put in a lot of hours. There are traditional movements associated with it, and you can freestyle some too for fun. There is a large drum we use, which is the voice of the lion. And I usually tell the story of the lion. It doesn't look like a lion.
Right.
But it is, most people in the West don't know. They just say it's a dragon. But there's a dragon dance that takes 5 to 9 people on poles.
Right.
And that's a different thing altogether.
So, and that's, by the way, I have seen, and for all of you that, for the lion dragon argument, I can tell you for sure this is a lion because I have played many a casino games on the jackpot slots, and I have lost every lion game I have ever played. I don't know, I just don't have good fortune, I guess. But I want to, if you could, talk to us a little bit about the meaning, the tradition behind this, because this is actually a big deal, and this isn't, something, it's fun to see and witness, but this is very kind of sacred too, correct?
It is. The lion dance is used typically to kind of brush away bad luck and clear the way for good luck to come after it. Wow. There's certain elements and etiquettes with a lion. For example, I have to turn this forward a little. The mirror on the forehead.
Yeah.
You don't touch that.
Really?
And you do not touch the horn on the top. The mirror is so that, traditionally speaking, evil spirits will see their reflection in the mirror, and they can't even take their own reflection, so they flee.
Oh, my goodness.
Stronger ones that can take it, that's why the horn is there, to fight them off.
Gotcha.
So it's used at weddings for good luck. You can do a funeral lion dance. That's typically a white lion. White is the funerary color in China.
That would be really cool to witness.
And it's typically burned afterwards.
That is really cool to witness. That would be neat to watch, actually. That's a whole different... Well, and I got to ask you this way. I mean, you've had a lot of travels. We're going to get into that, too, because there's so much to talk about with this. But I got to ask you, why Alton?
Alton, actually, I was familiar with Alton from years past. I grew up in the St. Louis area.
Right.
And I'm more of an artistic type.
Right.
And they've started just refurbishing the area.
Oh, yeah.
It's more of an art community now, and it drew me back to it. So I started talking with some guys over at Jacoby, and I really liked the area. What I saw, I was amazed at the transformation from a few years prior. And then the folks at Milton, at the Milton Schoolhouse, the market at Milton, they found out what I did. And I started talking with them, and they're like, we would really like something like what you do in here. And I just really like the vibe.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfect. No, and that's what I was kind of getting at, because, I mean, we really are kind of going through a renaissance here in the community.
It's noticeable, and it's great. So.
That's great. And you've had a pretty great career, too, with what you've done. Talk to us a little bit about your experience in this field and some of the things that you've got to accomplish and do for yourself.
Okay. Well, I've been teaching since about 99, early 2000. I've been practicing since I was 12. I'm 52 now. So
wow. Okay, so that's what 40 years of experience in a field.
That sounds weird to say out loud. Wow, I should be better. No.
I love it.
Humility is a big part.
Oh, absolutely.
Of traditional martial arts. Usually the guys that are talking the most are the ones that do the least.
Right.
I had a school in St. Louis in the Maplewood area for many, many years. I went through some changes in my personal life, marriage and such, that caused me to shut that down and just do private lessons for many years.
Right.
And then recently, just in the past year, I've reopened Full Tilt.
Wow.
So
how's that been for you, not to cut you off?
Oh, no, it's been good. It's been great. It's a lot of my old students were constantly pestering me over the years to reopen. And then my own master is pretty well known. He lives in Alameda.
Right.
He's from Hong Kong originally.
And we'll showcase you some of the pictures that you sent over our way after we'll take a break here at 10 o'clock just to buffer, and we'll come back with some of those, because you're right. This is going to be cool to kind of talk about and kind of highlight a little bit. So, another thing too, before we go any further, you have a couple of things getting ready to come up. We're going to hit on those before we take the top of the hour break. Movie night that you were kind of discussing to me. Share those details.
I thought it would be good promotion for the school here, as well as just fun for the community. We're going to start hosting a Kung Fu movie night at the school at Milton, and that's Suite 209.
Okay.
It's like the third floor, but really the way it's numbered in there, it's the second floor.
Right.
There's signs. It's easy to find. But we're going to do that this coming Friday the 18th. It starts at 7. We're going to do 2 features. We've got a DVD projector and a huge big white wall. So
there you go.
we're going to do Jackie Chan's Rumble in the Bronx.
Oh, great
which is
movie.
Fun.
Yes.
And that would be good for all ages, I think. After that, we're going to show an old classic Shaw Brothers Kung Fu movie, which is 8 Diagram Pole Fighter.
Ooh.
Pretty violent at the end. So if you're sensitive or if the kids are maybe too young, maybe not. I'll leave that to you guys.
That's fantastic. This is going to be cool. And you know what's neat? And whenever, we get to welcome in, new faces, and you're a very familiar face within the area, I think. But whenever we get to welcome in a new business, but right off the bat, you're doing stuff for the community already and really trying to incorporate that. And we got to love it. I mean, this is going to be a great asset for our community.
Well, I believe a kung fu school, a traditional kung fu school, should be a positive part of the community it's in. So we'll be doing food drives for local food pantries and anything we can to help the community. If anyone wants, like the local schools and stuff, wants us to come and perform a lion dance, just get in contact with me.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll gladly do that to promote Chinese culture and just cultural awareness. And it's also fun. I mean, the kids love it, adults love it. So
That's fantastic. Hey, what we're going to do right now is I got to take care of a little bit of business, and we'll come back with top of the hour stuff with Wayne Judge. And I am ready for more conversation. We got a lot of cool pictures, a lot of stuff to get through. But what happens whenever that lion over there attacks you? I don't know if that one will, but if one ever does, you got to call my friend Sean Lentz at the Lentz Law Firm at 2600 Edward Street, right across from Centerstone. When you're working with Sean, you're working with your community. He handles all types of personal injury. We're talking medical malpractice, negligence, trucking cases, motorcycle accidents, and car accidents. He's the best, and he handles some criminal work too. We're talking DUIs and traffic tickets, but his contact book's extensive. If I didn't just mention something that you're looking for in terms of litigation needs, still call Sean, because it'll take him 5 minutes to find somebody that would do just as good a job as he would. So give him a call today, 618-465-8000, 618-465-8000. For all of your personal injury needs, get ahead of the curve. Be proactive instead of reactive. I've been there, done that. Not a good look. When you talk to Terry at the front desk, all you have to do is say CJ sent you their way. It's 9:59 in the heart of the Riverbend. We'll be coming right back with more of our great conversation after this in downtown.
Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend?
Oh, it's 10:03. We're right back here in the heart of the Riverbend, and our conversation with Wayne Judge is continuing right now. And don't be scared, that's a friendly lion, I think. And this is so cool. This is the coolest in-studio presentation we've had by far, and this can all be experienced right here in our community. We are so lucky to have you, and you've already started. Talk to us about how people can sign up if they want. There's no contract. What you just told me. This is cool.
yeah, it's traditional Chinese kung fu lessons for those that are interested. The style itself is called Hongga Kun, which is Hung Clan Fist. It's a Southern Shaolin style.
Okay.
There is Northern Shaolin, Southern Shaolin. Northern styles, the old saying was kicks in the north, fist in the south. We favor hand techniques and quite a bit of weaponry as well.
Really?
So yes, we'll train in, there are 18 weapons in the classical arsenal. I teach about 15 of those.
Wow.
Only because I can't get my hands on the others. Students, they can contact me directly. My email, I don't know if it'll be put up or anything. It's
We'll add it.
Okay. It's seafoodjudge@yahoo.com if you want
I
more
have that
information. Or you can stop by the Milton. We're doing classes there Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at the moment. We'll be adding more. This Monday, we won't be there because we have a demonstration we're going to do. Like I said, you're welcome to just contact me via email for more information. Mm-hmm. Also, I don't believe in contracts. A lot of martial arts schools hook people into these like 3-year contracts and go after you if
just
you don't
like the
show
gyms
up.
do, you know?
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I want people there because they want to be there.
That's great.
So we've got a very loyal student base. I've had students that have been with me for 20 years. Guys that kind of freak me out because I started teaching them when they were like 17 or 18. Now they're in their 30s and they have kids. One of my students in particular, his daughters now come to me too, so I have grandstudents.
Right.
It's kind of neat. But the Kung Fu school is structured like a family.
That is...
So your students are your big brothers and sisters and little brothers and sisters, depending on when you join the school.
Uh-huh.
And then my title is Sifu, which is basically teacher. It could also mean father.
Wow.
So it's very family oriented, and I expect the students to act accordingly like that.
That is so cool, man.
So-
That I am blown away right now with this conversation. Well, right now, what we want to do, let's do this. I'm going to air this. We're going to play the slideshow. This is the first time we've done a slideshow here, so bear with me, okay? But take us through some of these pictures of what we're going to showcase for you here. What is this?
That is my teacher. That's me with him there on the riverfront by the arch. That's Grandmaster Chu Chi-ling.
Uh-huh.
He is just one of the most known masters of this style in the world.
Wow.
He has starred in over 80 movies now, I believe.
That is so cool.
His birthday is next month. He'll be 80. He has been in movies with Jackie Chan. In the West here, he's probably most known from the movie Kung Fu Hustle, where he played the tailor. That's from Snake and the Eagle's Shadow.
Oh, cool.
He was the tailor in Kung Fu Hustle, fought with the rings on his arms.
Right.
Like right there. Yes.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah, he's a fantastic, phenomenal fountain of knowledge for this style. And
There you are.
I try to bring him here like every couple of years. This was just in June.
Wow.
This picture.
He's looking pretty good.
He is.
He's in great shape.
The man's 80. The last time I got a hit in on him, it felt like I hit a brick wall.
Well, what's it like training with somebody that has such a prowess, such that, prominence in your guys' field?
It's just incredible, really.
Really?
I mean, the first time I had trained before I met him, the first time I went out to train with him, I stayed with him at his house in Alameda, just outside San Francisco.
Right.
And he had just recently moved there from Hong Kong. At that time, that was 2003, maybe. It was just a weekend the first time I stayed with him, and it was the equivalent to training 6 years with anyone else. I mean, the knowledge and the skills that he passed on and put me through, he put me through my paces.
I bet.
Mean, after the first day, I literally could not move once I laid down. My wife had to drag me off the bed and like push me into a shower. He's a very intense guy to train with.
Well, and see, that's what's so cool. Whenever I got those pictures sent to me, guys, I'm looking at this going, well, there's a guy that could just beat the hell out of me without thinking twice. But you know what I think is so cool about this style of martial arts is the discipline and just the respect that you have to have for this field. That's a huge part of this,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's through the pain you go through.
Right.
You learn not to do that to other people unless it's absolutely necessary, of course, to defend yourself or someone you care about. But yeah.
We did. So we have a text line here. If you guys want to weigh in, you're more than welcome to do so. 618-759-7469. Do you teach self-defense classes? That was the text question.
But it's all part of the
it?
style.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, we're already answering questions for
If
people.
anyone's interested in a specific aspect of martial arts and using traditional Chinese styles for that, we can always arrange private lessons too.
Oh,
So.
Well, you got it all covered, don't you? This is fantastic. And you know what? We normally don't have interviews that go this long, but this was so much information and a lot of good stuff, too. I mean, first of all, how much does this weigh?
It's not super heavy, but you've got to realize a typical lion dance is at least 10 minutes, usually quite a bit longer.
Right.
So the person in the head is constantly holding a weight up over their head, working levers to make the eyes blink and stuff in the mouth.
Wow.
And just lots of dynamic move. So even a lightweight, if you're holding it up like that for an extended period of time, gets to you.
I bet.
And it's a workout, especially for your shoulders. The tail has to be a very strong guy or girl. And they're spending most of their time bent in half following the head.
Oh, my God.
And there are moves in which the head steps up on the thighs and shoulders of the tail to do extended high movements.
Right.
So they have to be strong. And it builds strength. If you don't have it, you will after you practice that for a while.
And you know, I want to ask you this too, because first of all, that's got to, I couldn't even imagine. I'd be the guy that goes, oh, this will be fun to do. And then you get into the thing and you're going, God help me. What did I do this? But you have we were talking on the phone. You were also a former radio or host or personality. What was your job in radio?
I was a DJ at KFAV way back in the early 90s when it was still a rock station. I think it's a country station now.
Yep.
It's out in Warrenton. It was a long drive. I was on from the prestigious midnight to 6 a.m. spot when 2 people listened, one of which was my dad, I think. Because I would get a phone call after I got off shift and going, that was a really dumb joke you told them. Thanks.
That's fantastic. That is so cool. Well, and talk to us. How is that kind of correlating with what you do with Martin? Did any of that kind of translate over? Or is that just something you did to get through it?
Demonstrations and stuff, and in class, we don't just learn just physical stuff at the class. I also teach a lot of history. There's assigned readings, folklore, historical text. Things. I ask for book reports from people. So it's a complete martial education. And I guess from like doing radio work and stuff, it's helped me because I have to talk to crowds and things like that.
Well, and we're going to put your email address on the on-demand, and that'll be available, riverbender.com/daily show if you guys are interested in catching the full conversation if you're just tuning in. But this is a great opportunity for local schools, the Alton School District itself, calling you guys out. Get the demonstrator in here because this will be fun for all ages.
Oh, the kids love it.
And now, do you how often do you teach the? Is this so? This has to be a pretty prestigious thing, right, to be a part of. So, what's the process of if someone? I mean, obviously, it's going to take a long time before we can don this, but what's the process of getting somebody trained to really learn this style, this process, this dance? How does one get involved with that?
If someone or a group is interested strictly in lion dance, you're going to learn a little kung fu because it's part of it. But I can just teach lion dance.
Wow.
If someone's interested in that. Otherwise, it is part of the style. Like I say, I don't make the primary students have to do it, but it is part of it. So most of them want to at least get the basics.
Right.
It's just part of class. We'll go through our stretching, our stance work, our strength building exercises, forms, defensive applications, and I'm going to go put the lion on. And we'll do some lion dance.
I am so blown away by this. I gotta just. What's it made of? I don't want to touch it.
You can touch it. Just don't touch the mirror or the horn.
Wow.
It's paper mache over rattan. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. You can break whatever right now for this thing. Oh my God. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see inside of this.
Tail out here. Tail's pretty long. See, it's a.
Wow.
It's kind of dark on the camera. It's a rattan frame, and there are strings in there that work the eyes and the ears.
Look at that.
Let me get up to the top. There's good as ear.
Oh, yep, there it is. Right there. And you guys can see it a little bit with the ears, but the eyes more specifically. Wow. This has been seriously one of the most fun demonstrations and most fun interviews I've done so far on this show. Let me swing that back over to you. So once again, how can people reach you? Classes have already started.
Classes are currently, except for this Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Saturdays are 11 a.m. Wednesdays, we start about 6. Classes are roughly an hour and a half, as opposed to most places do an hour.
Right.
We're pretty much there till it's like, okay, let's go.
I like that,
It's very much like a social group, though. Like I say, we're like a family.
That is
so if someone wants to work on something a little extra, great, let's stay and work on it. You know, it's not like a set thing. People can't just come to a certain class. Mondays are going to be 7 p.m. is when they start. The movie night is Friday, this coming Friday. Today's not this coming Friday, the 18th.
Right.
Next Friday. That starts at 7 p.m. We'll have popcorn and soda and stuff there.
Oh, cool.
Try not to spill it on my floor.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Will mop. But it should be fun, and I welcome the community to come out and be part of that. All we're asking is like a $2 donation to cover the cost of things.
Oh, wow.
And then that'll also help us do future events because they're not free for us to do. We have to buy equipment and travel and all kinds of things. This coming Monday at St. Louis Community College at Wildwood, we're doing a demonstration that starts at 11 a.m. And we'll do some form demonstration. I'll give out some of the history of the style.
Right.
Probably do a little audience participation. We'll demonstrate some 2-man fighting sets, and we'll do a lion dance.
Oh, that is so cool. I am so excited for this. I'm going to have to. And whenever you guys have a demonstration locally, too, in town, we'll make sure to blast that out because this is going to be fun for all ages to go and watch. And Wayne, anything else that I'm forgetting about that you want to hit on?
No, our events pretty much should be listed if you go to Mava's Coffee Shop, which is awesome at the Milton.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
They've got a chalkboard outside the door with the events of the month on there, and I'm sure we'll be listed on there if we're doing anything too.
Absolutely, and we'll make sure to share it here because this has been fun. And anytime you want to come on, share something new, you are more than welcome to do so.
Thank you.